Ladies and gentlemen, Danny Schluck.
Woo!
Hey guys, thank you. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, and go ahead and just remind us what film you're here representing.
Oh yeah, sorry. Day after Halloween, I was the writer and the producer. I was in it as well.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that you said you're the writer, because one of my favorite parts is the timeline structure. So kind of talk about how the process goes, because you guys did a really great job with the editing and putting everything together with that. And I know that that's kind of difficult on many levels.
Yeah, it was always in the script. Definitely a point though of like when we filmed it, the director was my good buddy Chad. He also plays the cowboy in Laundromat. We weren't sure if like we were gonna do that, because already like, man, this is kind of confusing. The guy that did the coloring of it kind of gave different timelines a slightly different look too, so it was like mildly easier. But I watch it now sometimes, and I definitely think, I don't know that it's clear it's counting down to her death. It's like, it's counting down to something. But I think that it's very possible that even you don't, until it like her death, you're like, oh, I guess it was counting down the death. So I don't know if it worked or not, but it's just one of the many, little guides that either helps you or confuses you more. So. But yeah, it was always there. It was always in the script.
Great. So we see there at the end that you get bit.
Right.
Do we just, is the audience left to wonder, or is there anything maybe coming down with that?
Nothing coming down the pike. I mean, I think just like, of course, Addison would be the guy to like get bit and not tell anyone about the danger. So just kind of like one last, I don't know. No one's getting out of this very well, so.
So also a couple great locations.
Yeah.
Do you look into that, or?
Definitely did. That drive-in is in Pennsylvania. It's been the pandemic, like it's really come into its own now. When we filmed there a while ago, it was pretty easy to get, and it was kind of a new thing. They're the only drive-in in the country that still shows movies on actual, film. And now, pandemic really blew them up. But now they've kind of become more of a thing, like, but some of the people that are here today will have come out to Mahoney to like Bill Mosley, wherever. They do a lot of that stuff. So they're huge. Like, I don't think to get them now, it would, I don't think we would be able to. I'd have to really like pay them a lot more, and we didn't really pay them hardly anything. So got lucky, right place, right time.
Right? Yeah. Any audience questions?
Yes.
What was that movie about?
What was the movie about?
Vampires?
Time, kind of really. Yeah, it was about 82 minutes.
George.
All right, so as far as writing Addison, was that you, or was that your partner that was writing that? Because goddamn, that character was awesome.
Well, all me that was writing it. I mean, I like him all right. I mean, he's kind of just like a joke machine. So it was pretty like, there's not a lot of depth to him. So it was luckily, it was kind of easier for me to play. I really struggled with, certainly being in it, because you never like when someone's like, oh hey, you're making a movie, like yeah, like, oh, who's in it? I'm like, well, me, and I took forth, and they're like, oh yeah, that's great. I mean, it kind of came down to like, we filmed 3 days at the drive-in. We shut down for about a year, picked up, filmed when we filmed the drive-in, there were no vampires like in the script. So when you're dealing with stuff like that, at least I knew that like I wasn't gonna die, or like I could always count on me to like memorize lines. So.
So you have any other projects you're working on now?
Me and my, the guy that directed it, we're trying to we're working on this thing. It was a true story, but we're both from Kansas, and it was about this silo in Wamego where they supposedly had the largest acid bust in all of Kansas. So, but we're trying to sort out like writing about real people and this and that. independent movies are very hard. Like getting them done, getting them, off the ground. We were lucky enough we did find distribution for this, so it will be out somewhere. But even that costs money, and so, it comes out at the end of August, so look for that.
Great.
Tell your friends to buy it 1 million times.
Absolutely. If anybody wants to follow you, social media wise.
I'm on Instagram at Danny Schluck. Probably be a little more active as we go towards this release. I'm trying to think of some stuff to do for it. I'm not great at that aspect of it. Nowadays too, when you make a movie, it's like, God, you got to really think like, all right, well, I make it. What am I going to do with it? Like, where's it going to go? Because which sounds like a not fun, like not arty way to go about it. But we certainly didn't know that was a big mistake we made. We made a movie. It's so much hard work. Had no idea like what to do with it. And you get to the end, you're tired. You're gonna you're not thinking. So I don't know. Plan ahead.
Yep, absolutely. Well, thank you.
Of course.
And
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Oh, I'm sorry, Audrey.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I don't have a question, I just want to say a comment.
So I did not like it. Just want to make sure people know that.
I just want to say, it's really hard to take on such a feat with the writing. And I think you did such a good job on the writing with making everything come full circle, doing the backstory. It kind of kept me guessing where was it going. It had good character development. And so it's one of those movies that went really fast. And it's like, oh, it's over. It just, the comedic things, I think it's hard for people to write comedy and write it with horror and it not be oversaturated with either. So I think it was a really good balance. I'm so glad that we got to screen it, and thank you for submitting it with us. So that's Halloween Rocks, and congratulations on distribution.
Oh, thank you.
Got it back. Now, as far as with this film, was this was your first film? Is that right?
Yeah.
So and then now
Still is.
as far as beginning to work with your next film, what were some aspects that you learned from making this one that you plan to improve or incorporate on the next one?
Like I say, it would just be about planning more for post. Because I would almost say, the movie costs not a lot to make, for a movie. I'd say about 60 grand, ballpark maybe, which isn't a lot for a movie, I guess. But music rights and stuff like that, once we did the mix and stuff, and we were kind of stuck with that music, and then we had to pay for other stuff we had to pay for. Probably tacked on another 10 grand or something of just bad choices we made, and we didn't have to pay all that money in one. This has been over a long process, so that's how we were able to do it and kind of justify it. But yeah, just plan better. Talk to other people that have done it. Any information is just going to be your. The more you're planning, the better. Because also too, it's not low budget films. It's not like you're. Oh, we don't have money for special effects. You don't, but the largest resource that you lose is time. Any of those, we never did more than 3 or 4 takes. You just didn't have time. We don't have, we have a certain number of scenes, and if we don't get done, that's it. The movie total, say 3 days, then 8 days, and then a half day to film that cop scene. So, whatever that is, 12 days, not a lot of time. But yeah, so just planning's your friend. The most, that's what you don't have money, that's how you got to make it up. You just got to plan it as much as you can.
Yeah, they want to let them know. You produce plays in Lawrence.
That's true. Yeah, me and my partner, I wrote plays and he directed them. That's kind of how we got into this. And, we eventually, this started out as kind of like a short, but then we were kind of just getting to the age, let's just let's just go for it. And like say, when we filmed that first 3 days, we didn't even have the money for the rest of it. We just hoped, like, I guess the money will get here somewhere, and luckily it did. So that was that. We got lucky.
Hey, did we have one more in the back?
I just had just a quick question on, well, first of all, I absolutely love Die Hard. It's like one of my favorite movies. I totally love that. But the scene where they're playing quarters, did you have that in your head as you were writing it to be mapped out? Like the whole Reservoir Dogs feel and all the conversations happening and the camera spinning around? And
No, I mean,
I loved all the different conversations happening at the same time, but they were all the same and all different.
I got lucky in that really wasn't my choice. That was kind of more like the director and the director of photography and how they did it. I mean, I definitely loved the way it came out. It's probably out of the first 3 days we shot, it was all driving stuff, including that. That was probably like the strongest stuff. Some of the other stuff I don't love as much. I don't think we were quite there yet, so. But yeah, so that wasn't me. In my head, I love Reservoir Dogs. I don't know if I was writing it like that, but I thought he did a really good job.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.